internet. As you can tell today, I'm doing my video in nature. Woo! Nature is very noisy, guys. First off, I apologize. The sun is right there, so if my eyebrows are all crinkled this whole video, I'm sorry. And I am now going to be known as that crazy girl that talks to herself from the neighbors. Today we're going to discuss all the reasons why I was a very weird child. This is actually going to be a video response to Amazing Phil's Why I Was a Weird Kid. Hence the title of my video. Timmy! I'm making a video! Shut your face! First thing I'd like to say is that Phil, you're not alone. I also thought the D in Disney was a G, and I thought I was spelling Disney wrong every time I wrote it down. Nature is hot, but I can't take off my shirt because I'm wearing a spaghetti strap, yeah! Indecent exposure on the internet, woo! When I was little, I had many stuffed animals, as you can see right here. Stuffed animals were my life. Oh my gosh, like stuffed animals. But I had this thing where I thought stuffed animals were real, but I thought they had feelings. So for the life of me, I couldn't hurt a stuffed animal. To this day, I feel so bad. If like I throw a stuffed animal on the floor, I will pick it up and hug it because I feel so bad. Like, what if they did have feelings? Like, can't do it. Can't do it. I actually said my first, you just keep getting brighter, don't you? I actually said my first cuss word as a child because of a stuffed animal. I was walking down the street with my favorite stuffed animal puppy, as you can see here. But I was walking down the street with my favorite stuffed animal in my hands, and I ran into my brother and one of his friends. His friend decided to knock my stuffed animal out of my hand, and I called him an asshole. Go 8-year-old Bree! On top of that, I was also a guy until I was in 6th grade. Hi, very noisy van. How are you today? I'm great! Thanks for asking. This is gonna turn into a video of why I hate nature. It's not like I had a sex change or anything, but like I thought I was a guy. Like I didn't think I was a guy. Okay, I kinda did. Yeah. You go, Cloud, you cover that sun. Go, go, go. We're changing location so I can see. But I had 2 older brothers, so it was kind of hard not to get into the boyish things, you know, because like I didn't have any girls except for my mom, and my mom never played with me when I was little. So I tried to skateboard, which didn't turn out too well. I fractured my foot. I didn't even get to ollie. Like, I can't even ollie. That's how bad of a guy I was. I can't even ollie on a freaking skateboard. Go, Bree. You go, Glencoe, go. You go. I even slept over at boys' houses. Like, that's how much of a boy I was. My parents were all like, oh, she's not a girl. Let's just let her spend the night at boys' houses. I did have a couple of friends that were girls, though, but they moved away when I was, I think, in 4th grade. So, like, between 4th grade and 6th grade, there was just, like, this time span where I didn't have any girls to hang out with. So, like, I just hung out with my brother and all of his friends. But when I did have those friends that were girls, they used to live right over there in the house beside me. And their parents were a lot more lenient than my parents were with, like, video games and all that other good stuff. So over at their house, that was the first time I ever played Grand Theft Auto, or that was the first time I ever played The Sims. Today, I love The Sims. Like, you can't really beat people at The Sims, but I beat people at The Sims. There's this thing where I would make a whole family of Sims, on the original Sims this is, move them into this place, build a little house about, like, say, you know, The Sims are like that big. I'd make a house like this big and put like a whole family of like 8 into the house and then take away the door and then put in a rocket and make them like the rocket on fire, and then it would burn down the house and they would all die. Saying that out loud makes me feel like a demonic child. Not only did I murder Sims in a fiery death, I also murdered them in swimming pools. I would also make families, and then I would move them in, buy them a swimming pool only, and make them get in and take away the ladders, and then slowly and surely they would drown to death. So in the 3rd grade, I thought it was really nerdy to buy lunch, so I made my mom pack my lunch every day. And my lunch consisted of a jelly sandwich, just 2 pieces of bread with jelly in between, a container of milk, and a slice of bologna. Now, when I was little, I used to eat bologna all the time. Like, bologna, I'd eat it all by itself, and then I'd eat cheese all by itself, too. Like, I still do that today. But, like, when I was little, it was, like, an obsession. When I wanted a snack, I would get bologna. And I have to eat it a certain way when I eat it. Since I don't have bologna, I'm gonna show you on this not-so-round leaf. Say this is a piece of bologna, but it's round. Use your imagination, kids. I'd have to fold it in half like this, and then eat that folded part, and fold it again, eat that folded part, And then take the little slices that I made by eating the 2 parts and eat them like that. I can't eat it any other way. I can't just bite into it. Or I had to make it into a smiley face, because that's fun. That's always fun. One last thing. I used to wish I was 6 inches tall. When I was little, I used to watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z with my brother, and we would get the action figures, and I had a Pan action figure, and I thought it would be the coolest thing to be 6 inches tall and be best friends with my doll version of Pan. And I'd make her like flip up the couch and then like, you know, fly over to the kitchen and eat a giant piece of bologna. The thing is, if I was 6 inches tall, I wouldn't be able to do all that crap. Like, I have no arm strength. Like, literally no arm strength whatsoever. I would be screwed if I was 6 inches tall. So I want to thank you guys for having this little adventure outside with me. And, woo! Nature. Nature is fun sometimes. Sometimes I want to punch nature in the face and be like, get out of here. So I want to thank you guys for watching. And I really, really hope to see you in my next video when I'm inside and away from all of this nature crap. That's not a real owl. Bye! Actually in a fight with someone today because they kept telling me that, spoiler, Fred doesn't die at the end of Harry Potter. Fred freaking dies at the end of Harry Potter. Don't argue books with me, people.